Okay, well, it's getting dark, so I'm gonna try to make this one quick. There's one thing that I can't stand about this truck. Out of all the things I love about this truck, I'm surprised it didn't have this from the factory, and that is this. So today we're gonna fix that. I picked up this DMT tailgate assist, and we're gonna go ahead and install it and see how easy it is. I'm assuming it's pretty quick, considering I'm starting this as the sun's going down. So I hope I'm not out here until, after dark. So let's get started. So the reason I got this DMT kit is because it kind of actually comes with all the tools we need to install this. So it came with a couple of Allen keys that fit our bolts that we need to interact with. It has machined fitted parts that would go over exactly how Ford made the body of this truck. And it's black. Some of the ones I've been seeing are not black. The black, I said, it kind of fits with my truck a little bit better. So that's kind of why I picked this kit. So the first thing that we need to do when installing this is we actually need to move this wire to not hang off this bolt since we'll be removing it. So we're gonna actually move it up here. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna lift up a little bit on the tailgate. There's a tab right here that you have to kind of pull out. All you have to do is lift towards the interior of the truck, and then you can kind of just put it up on this top one for it. Cool. And that frees up this bolt. So let's start removing this bolt. Okay, so admittedly it looks like Ford actually torqued this down pretty good. So I'm not going to be using the Allen keys that they provided, but this is just a T50 Torx head right here. So I went ahead and put that on one of my ratchets. And it looks like we are making progress. And there we go. And the other one we'll have to remove is this T30 right here. This is the bottle cap opener on the left side of the tailgate. And then we got one more on the back side here. Because it's night, it's kind of hard to show you, but it's the same thing, T30, and we're gonna have to remove that too. So next we have to prepare this piece right here. It has this T-nut on it that will lock into the side of the tailgate, so I'll show you doing that. But we have to put it through here first and then start to put this T-nut on. The bolt that came with this kit already had a little bit of thread locker on it, but I put a little bit more on because it came with some in the box. And it's going to go in this hole right here. So just goes in just like that, and you tighten it down. Perfect. So now that's on there nice and tight, and we can move on to the other top section. Alrighty, back over here, we're going to grab the other mounting bracket that curves with the body of the truck, and we're going to put in our original bolt that we just had. And actually, before we do that, I'm going to throw on a bit of additional thread locker. Just in case. Start it by hand until it gets to the point where we can't really turn it anymore. We'll grab our socket or wrench. We'll tighten that back down so we can't really anymore. And then we'll grab our piston here. So because rainwater could get into this, there is one end of the piston that is open. It's the part that actually moves. I'm gonna put that part down. So that way there's less likely to get water in there. So all I have to do is snap it in on one side. Then I'm gonna pull it out a little bit. Just enough to get it up to here. And we'll do the same thing, we'll just snap that in. And there we go. Now, I can push up on the tailgate a little bit. Grab my tailgate strap from where we put it earlier and put it back around that. And now the shock is working. So closing the tailgate feels normal. If I go ahead and open the tailgate, it now opens nice and soft. And that only took about maybe 20 minutes. Looks like it took a lot longer just because I did this right as the sun was setting, but there you go. This also costs only about $20 to $30 depending on which company you go with. And this is another one where I end the video inside in my office. It got too dark to film anymore outside, so I didn't really feel like filming the outro outside would be beneficial to y'all, nor would it have been easy for me. So we're back in here. I just installed this part today, so I'll use it for a little bit, and maybe in a future video I'll let you know how it's working, how it's holding up. But for $20 to $30, this should really be something from the factory that is already installed. It's super easy to install, and it's cheap enough, but I'm more so surprised that it's not installed by the factory. So if you are also tired of your tailgate, you know, just falling as soon as you open it, this is a great upgrade, and it's, like I said, it's pretty cheap. So thanks for watching this episode of Mav Lab, and I will catch you all later. Thank you very much.